When we put things together, we make sure it becomes better. It's all about going beyond. We design spaces where you can live your life, enjoying today's modern comforts and tomorrow's unique luxuries. Your home is in the middle of a neighborhood propelled by progress. At the heart of Bridgetown, the destination estate where the passion for life radiates. Live a life beyond compare in a place that inspires victors. The Valaris Residences. Unrivaled.
Welcome to Real Property, Real Talk, a talk show where you can learn more about real property while at the same time where we can get more in-depth insights from the inputs and knowledge of experts from the industry. My name is Dor and I will be your guest host for this show. The pandemic has definitely paved way for challenges for many, but there still remains a positive light as well. Today's topic is very relevant for many, most especially since I know of some who have been awakened and decided to prepare for their future and their families as well. Our topic is on legacy. Well, who else will be the best person to consult when it comes to this matter but a property guru and a family CEO? I'm truly excited. Our property guru has 20 years of experience in real estate with half of his career spent with Ayala Land. The second half has been spent as a president of his own consultancy company known as Spectrum Investments. He is a real estate management graduate of the Harvard Business School, being featured in CNN, Yahoo, Money Sense, ANC, Inquirer, and Asian Dragon as a top resource for property. Pretty amazing, huh? Well, I myself am very much awed with such an amazing and talented persona. So without further ado, I'd like to call on the property guru to share his thoughts on building legacy and creating long-term wealth strategies. Spectrum's very own Mr. Carl D. Hello, Mr. D. How are you today?
Hello, Dor. How are you? And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the viewers of the Bounce Back Network.
I'm doing great. I'm a fan of the topic because the word legacy is something very deep and personal to many. I'm pretty sure that our viewers feel the same way too.
You know, Dor, you're right. No, people ask me all the time about legacy, and I think that is a very good question. When you ask about how can I be rich, how can I be successful, that is quite short term. When you reach being successful, what is the next step? But when you ask the question, what is my legacy? What is something I can leave behind even after I've gone? That is a very good question. So, Dor, people always say legacy is material things, property, financial assets, money that you leave behind for your next generation. But there's more to legacy than that. And I'm going to share with you in the next 30 minutes the five steps on how you can build your legacy. So are you ready, Dor?
Yes, I'm very much interested to hear about this. Go ahead, Carl. Tell me more.
Great. All right. Number one is for you to strive to live a joyful life that is full of meaning. What does this mean? It means that your legacy starts at home with your wife and kids. Before any material wealth, leave them with values, kindness. Teach them how to be compassionate, how to be God-centered, how to be generous, and how to be a man for others. That is, I think, for me, the most important legacy you can leave on to your family. It's not all about the money. It's about creating happy moments with your loved ones at the present time. And, Dor, I think even if you don't leave a financial legacy behind, but you've left a legacy of happy memories, happy moments, and really good values to your kids, you have made a big mark on your legacy.
Wow, that's very inspiring, Carl. A man for others. Yes, it's the memories. And the first thing that struck me is that you are not just a model in the industry, but a model dad as well. Indeed, we only have one life, and in this wonderful gift of life, it's relevant to create happy moments with family and friends.
Yes, Dor. Yeah, people know me as the property guru, but during the weekends, I become the family CEO. So I do talks also about parenting, about how to be better dads and husband to our family. And this is not because I'm an expert or a resource person for being a dad, no, but it's just because I started out being lost on how to be the head of the family. I was lost. I didn't know what to do. So I reached out to my mentors and they've helped me. And now I want to overflow and pass on the learnings to other dads who might be like me, who are lost also. So, Dor, I want to share with you the second way on how you build your family legacy. Number two is to do things that make an impact on the lives of other people. Have a mindset of service, not success. Dor, aside from financial wealth, no, you also can leave behind an impact on the hearts of other people. There's a saying that you don't leave a legacy in other people's pockets, but you leave a legacy in other people's hearts. Your legacy is how you have served others. So be a servant leader. For me, Dor, that is the ultimate leadership quality. Not to be served, but to be a servant. So be a servant leader both in your home and office. Funny story, Dor. My daughters, they cook for me. My wife, they prepare the house. But my job is I'm the one who pack away the dishes after every meal. So I just want to share to many dads out there that it's okay. It's okay to be serving your family. It doesn't make you lesser of a dad or a man. Dor, you just use your God given talent, all your talents, and work towards making a difference in the lives of other people. You overflow. You just make the most out of your talents and just overflow out. In my family, Dor, we have our big why. Our big why is to be wealthy. Be wealthy, use all your talents so you can be a blessing to other people. So number two is to leave a legacy in people's hearts.
That's very inspiring because I thought that it was always about financial wealth. But as you mentioned, there's servant leadership. And what struck me the most is that, yes, God given talents make a difference. And being a blessing to other people is indeed a very good feeling. Thanks for that, Carl. Very heartwarming.
Thank you, Dor. Let me share with you number three. The third tip is to figure out what you do best and enhance it. So this tip is to look internally to yourself. Be the best version that you can be. There's a saying that don't look at other people, just look at yourself. You are your best competitor. So be the best that you can be. Make your personal life be an inspiration to others. One of the a helpful mindset for me is having a growth mindset. Whenever you are experiencing anything unfamiliar, you just ask yourself, how can I learn? How can I grow? How can I improve? And personally, Dor, as I grow older, I want to be that person na kahit old ka na, senior, you still want to learn and still want to be tech savvy. I hope I be that someday. You like be the grandfather na techie. And just figure out what are your strengths and your talents and focus all your energy to enhance them. And of course, do the best that you can do so that more opportunities will come and it will lead you to overflow out and be an influence to other people. And you know what, Dor? The greatest purpose of life is to do something that will outlast you.
Hmm. I think you're going to be a great grandfather, Carl. I'm looking forward to see that. And yes, even myself, I would also want to learn or continuously learn and have that growth mindset. What you said about being the person being the competitor of himself or herself is something that we should take note of. And I will myself because I want to be an inspiration to others too.
Thank you, Dor, for that affirmation. And can I share with you number four?
Yes, please. I'm pretty excited.
Number four is to define your personal brand and care for it well. Dor, guys, all the listeners out there, we always hear branding in marketing. This is the brand, this is the commercial, this is the logo. But have you thought about giving yourself a personal brand? A personal brand is, what are you known for? If they say, who is Carl D? Who is Dor? Who is this guy, this guy? What is their perception, impression about you? We have to take care of that. So as even when you're young, at your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you have to define who you are, who you want to be known. Dor, there's a saying also that you have to be known as one single person. If what is your reputation, what is your demeanor in the office, that should be your demeanor everywhere else. In the house, when you're at in your weekend mode, you have to only have one personality. So have a vision of the life you want to have and work towards it. You see, the action word is work towards it. So even if you are not yet there, it's a journey. You can keep on improving. How do you want to be known? And take care of your reputation very, very well. Because, as they say, this is also something you can pass on to your kids. If your kids uh, has you as a good role model with a good reputation, they are also inspired to take after your footsteps. So do you want to be known as a hot-tempered person, the businessman who shortchanged a supplier? Never give up your personal reputation in exchange for short-term goals. I want to share with you a good strategy if you're faced with a difficult decision. If you're in a situation where you are undecided what to do, a trick is to ask yourself, what will I do if my kids were watching me? Diba? That's very powerful. What will I do if God was beside me watching my decision? So there you go. Number four is to define your personal brand. You are not making your legacy when you are old, but you are writing your legacy every day.
Hmm. Wow, Carl, that struck me the most because, of course, what we all know is that a brand is related to a company or a photo. But when you told me about personal branding, it made me realize how much I should be able to take care of my reputation day by day. And the best thing about it is that I can work towards my goal. Amazing.
So, Dor, let me share with you the last number five. Dor, the first four is for me very important. It's about your values, your integrity, and the memories you leave behind to your family and kids. Number five is exciting and the most obvious legacy of all, which is to accumulate appreciating assets. There are many things that you can leave behind to your kids. And they say asset, it's something that grows in value or gives money to your pocket. They say nga an asset is something that gives money to your pocket, and a liability is something that takes away money from your pocket. So you want to make sure you buy more assets, things that gives money to your pocket. So, there are many high value items that appreciate like art, jewelry, and of course, my favorite, real estate. Leaving behind assets that grow in value will give your family financial assurance and peace of mind. So it's not about just the money door, but it's about the peace of mind and the feeling that you give the family that you are still there financially to support them, even if you are gone, so that they do not have to worry. Dor, I want to share with you a personal story. 17 years ago, when I got married, my father and my mother-in-law supported us with a wonderful gift that up until now, 17 years later, is still serving their legacy to us. You want to know what they gift us with?
What is it, Carl?
17 years ago, Dor, my father and my mother-in-law gave me and my wife our small house, a house where we started our own family. It was not a big house, nothing fancy, really simple. In fact, funny story is when we moved into the house, there was nothing. It was empty. But over the years, we were able to develop it. We were able to slowly put curtains, put appliances, and it has created a lot of memories for us. And from the start that we are a couple, and then we had our first baby, our second baby, our third baby, and now our daughters are also creating their own memory in that one gift that was given to us 17 years ago. And I think, Dor, guys, all the viewers out there, I think this piece of gift will definitely outlast my parents' legacy. You know, having a home while starting out is a big leg up in life because we did not need to worry about rent. We did not need to worry of uncertainty in life, di ba, Dor? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
me and my wife, we were able to make more financial investments, knowing that our primary home is covered. And of course, if you're also thinking of your legacy to your kids, aside from the primary home, a rental property giving passive income is also a good legacy. It can be their source of income, but before it becomes your kid's source of income, I want to emphasize that a rental property is yours, our source of income muna during old age. And then when we pass on, this can be given to our kids and it can be their passive income to support their family and so on. So it's really a real estate, real property is really for me the best legacy you can pass on to your next generation.
I totally agree, Carl. I mean, those tips are very helpful. From your story about the family home, that is very inspiring, right? And it's always best when a couple starts out and then you see how it grows, and now it's your kids. Wonderful. And
Yeah.
I learned how relevant passive income is too, and I may want to consider that as well. Very well said, Carl. I'm putting that on my journal.
I look forward to you developing your own legacy, Dor, and your own passive income.
Thank you very much. Since you mentioned that property is definitely an appreciating asset that a person can invest in because of its high tangible asset value, the fact that real estate values increase or appreciate over time, and well, a good way to diversify your portfolio, say through rental property or passive income, what's now interesting to know would be the attributes we need to look out for in choosing a legacy property to invest in. Joining us today are two executives from RHK Land Corporation. They will tell us more about their project, the Velaris Residences, which is currently reshaping the Philippine luxury market. And to introduce our guests from the Velaris Residences, I'd like to give the spotlight back to Mr. Carl D. Carl?
Thank you, Dor. And let me bring in two of my friends to help us out. From Velaris Residences, I would like to bring in my good friend Ehryq Young, the head of sales of RHK Land, and Martha Herrera-Subido, the head of marketing of RHK Land.
Hi, Carl. Thank you for having us.
Hi, Carl. Hi, Dor.
How are you guys?
We're doing great. How are
Yes.
you?
I'm good. Are you guys working from home or from office or working from hotel?
Right now, Carl, I'm here at our show gallery. As you can see, the scale model of the Velaris Residences at my back.
Yes, we're at the show gallery. Specifically, I'm in the show unit.
Wow, that's good to hear. Without further ado, I'm sure the audience are now curious. What is the Velaris door? The audience have some questions.
Mm-hmm. Actually, there are a bunch of questions I'd like to ask our guests. So, first is I understand that RHK Land Corporation is a joint venture between Robinson's Land and Hong Kong Land. Can you elaborate more on this partnership, please?
Thank you for your question, Dor. Yes, RHK Land Corporation is a joint venture between international property development leader Hong Kong Land and Philippine real estate giant Robinson's Land. So our pilot project is the Velaris Residences, and we're very proud of it. It's a 45-story luxury condominium rising at the heart of Bridgetown in Pasig City. So this is along the vibrant C5 corridor. And we believe that the two developers behind the Velaris Residences have forged a powerhouse partnership because we're able to combine the design excellence and innovation that Hong Kong Land is known for with the real estate expertise of Robinson's Land. So we're very excited to tell your viewers more about the project.
Sounds good. Please tell us more about the Velaris Residences. What makes it stand out as a luxury condominium?
In this very competitive industry, let me highlight the features that make the Velaris Residences stand out in the luxury condominium segment. First would be our exclusivity. From a land area of 9,600 plus square meters, we only made 460 units, which means premium exclusivity to all unit owners, brought about by low density. We are also offering private lift lobbies to our two-bedroom and bigger units. Imagine this, riding an elevator, opening up directly to their own unit. Second would be our deliverables. Here, we give premium finishes for all of our units. Also, RHK Land, we believe luxury should be complemented by technology. As such, part of the deliverables is our smart home features, which allow you to remotely access the door lock, air condition, as well as the lights. Even more excitingly, we have added a smart home mirror for the two-bedroom and bigger units. Third would be our amenities. Picture this, three floors of world-class amenities. Located on the third floor and the fifth floor are our kids' play area, karaoke room, business lounge, theater room, yoga deck, floating gym, Olympic length infinity pool. And one very unique facility we have is our very own indoor and outdoor Japanese onsen. What marks our unrivaled distinction is having an amenities on the penthouse level, which we call our Sky Club. This includes a cards and wine room, sky bar, sky lounge, and gourmet dining areas, an outdoor fine dining terrace overlooking the cityscape. And this is what we mean when we say it's beyond luxury.
Yes, and to add to what Eric said, the Villaris Residences really offers masterfully designed units and amenities. In the case of our units, for our two-bedroom, three-bedroom, and penthouse units, we have a private lift lobby, as Eric said, and it actually has storage space for shoes. So it's like shoe cabinets, which we feel our residents will really appreciate. Actually, many of our clients appreciate that. Also, I'd like to talk a bit more about the intentional design philosophy that Hong Kong Land applied in designing the Villaris residences. So essentially what that means is they really considered the resident at each stage of the design process. So in designing the project, they go beyond the aesthetics of it, they go beyond what a room should look like, and really consider the journey of the resident as she moves within the spaces. And that's big for us. That's huge for us. And we know that our residents and clients will appreciate that.
Wow, that's a lot of amenities. So, do you believe that there's an opportunity for investors to invest in real estate amidst the pandemic?
Yes, as the saying goes, in times of adversity, there is always an opportunity to be made. Right now, with developers offering softer payment terms, buyers now can easily infuse this in their budget. Owning a property, especially a pre-selling property, has now become so affordable. And it can also be deemed as forced savings. Now, what do I mean by forced savings? Right now, because of this pandemic, people are buying things which they think they need, especially on the internet. Also guilty of this. So I can say we all become impulsive buyers. Eventually, we will end up spending too much more than we need on things that we really don't need. Now, for savings is making good use of our idle money into something beneficial which may not need now, but will become something useful and beneficial to us in the future.
Yes, I agree with Eric. Absolutely. Real estate is a very resilient industry. In fact, research show that during this time, during the pandemic, real estate investments trump any other type of investment opportunities. It's still the safest.
So, Carl, I understand that you bought a unit in the Villaris residences. You're a property guru, a real estate expert, so we're very interested to know exactly what you think. Can you share with us your reasons why exactly you chose the Villaris residences?
Dor, properties that are well designed, well built, well maintained in a safe and growing neighborhood tends to appreciate more than others. Personally, me and my wife, we went to the showroom of Velaris and we were impressed by the build quality and the design of Velaris. And also, we have three daughters, and as our legacy, we wanted to start saving and paying in installment for something we can give to our daughters, especially when they get married or when they grow up, to give them a leg up in life so they can choose to live in the unit or just rent it out for passive income.
Wow, thank you. So going back to Ehryq, are there any other selling points to your projects that have become more pronounced as a result of the pandemic?
I can say location. Never have location and accessibility been more important than now. The Velaris Residences is at the heart of Bridgetown, the newest vibrant destination estate, and approximately 32 hectares of mixed-use master plan development that offers all essentials that matter these days. Imagine in one self-contained community. Bridgetown soon will have high-end malls, five-star hotels, prime office spaces, commercial spaces, recreational parks, future medical facilities, transportation hubs, and many more exciting development to come. And to complement all of this, the Velaris residence alone already has 18 commercial promenade boutiques, shops, and restaurants at its ground level. Suffice to say, the Velaris Residences has that enviable combination of great location, accessibility, and exclusivity.
So I understand that the show gallery is open and clients can actually book an appointment for a private tour. For the benefit of those who are interested to visit, what are the safety measures being done at the show gallery in order to ensure the safety of visitors?
Okay, thank you for your question, Dor. Yes, the show gallery is open every day, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're also doing pre-booking. So we would like to encourage our brokers and clients to get an appointment first before they show up at the gallery. This is to ensure that we can enforce physical distancing during the tour. We want to, as much as possible, we want to do private tours wherein we are only entertaining one client at a time. So as I said, we're open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., but we're very flexible. If they want to go here beyond those hours, we are also willing to accommodate them. So all they need to do is book an appointment online and fill out our contact tracing form. And then upon arrival at the show gallery, we have safety measures in place. Like outside, there's a footpath. We are also doing thermal scans upon entry. And then during the entire duration of the tour, we are enforcing physical distancing. We are also making sure that the entire show gallery is regularly cleaned and sanitized. We have also put sanitation stations in place for the benefit of our clients. So we know that it's very important to make sure that our clients and partner brokers and sellers feel safe during their visit here in our show gallery.
Thank you very much, Martha. So I'd like to ask Carl, let's say that I'm interested in purchasing a unit. How exactly do I go about this?
For all our viewers out there, if you find Velaris Residences interesting, please send your email to the number flashing below, and the Velaris team will email you a brochure. You can also request for a Zoom presentation or a private tour of their show gallery through the flashing number below.
Wonderful. Well, I did learn much from our very own property guru, Mr. Carl V, and of course, from our special guest from the Velaris Residences. Indeed, it's a wonderful property, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you would want to invest in it. Thank you very much. Again, this is Dor, your guest host for Real Property, Real Talk. We hope you learned a lot from today's episode. Till next time.
Thank you so much, Dor. Thank you so much, Carl. And to all our viewers, hope to see you in our award-winning show gallery.
Okay, so thank you, Carl. It's really an honor to be part of your first episode in Real Property, Real Talk. We hope that your viewers in the Bounce Back Network appreciated everything that we said about our project today. Thank you very much and keep safe.
Bye. Thank you, Dor. Thank you, Martha and Ehryq.